Page 166. This is a music box etude. An etude is a study piece. It's a piece where you get some practice at some technical thing having to do with playing music. This has to do with broken chords. You see the eighth notes going crazy all over everywhere? They're just broken chords. Just take the first three notes there. It's a G here. It's just a G chord. It's a broken G chord. Then the right hand comes in, you have these notes. It's a G chord. That's all we're doing. Just one note at a time. See? And then the next measure is similar. It's just G chords. Then the second line, it's a C chord. It's a 4 chord. Same thing. And then the third line, it's here. Actually, it's a 5/7 or a D7 chord, but rather than here, we're using this. Remember, there's 4 notes in that chord. We don't have to. It's this or this, usually. I mean, it could be both, but here, it's instead of an F sharp, it's just the A. And then the right hand gets. Now, if you have big fat hands and fingers and this doesn't work, you have to do this. You have to reach down. If you have big hands and big fat fingers, that should not be a problem. If you have little hands, that would be a stretch. But if you have little hands, there shouldn't be a problem putting a thumb on the black key either. So it works out. And then the last line is the G chord again. And then the last measure, look at it. It's here. I'm rocking here. Just boom, 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 boom. Down, up, down, up. And then the left hand plays that left. Here. That's all. And how fast you go is up to you. But it has to be even, it has to be controlled. And play it all connected, all legato. You can lift up at the end of each line, because it's a slur. And they're saying lift up. They're slurring every measure. Okay, we can do that. You could slur the whole line together and just lift up at the end of the line. You experiment with both and see what you like. See, in the last line, they do slur the whole line together. There, because it does flow together. Dynamic-wise, it gives you a little practice at playing these at different dynamics. You really should play them at every dynamic level you have. You can play it really super soft, very soft. Then play it again a little louder. And a little louder. Louder. Now loud. And you haven't had very loud yet, I don't think. Have you had very loud? I can't remember. The idea is to be able to play this at any dynamic level. They're suggesting soft, and then middle of the second line you come up to moderately loud. So the second line you're starting at soft. And then right there in the second measure you're moderately loud. Don't get loud before then. You're staying there to the end of the third line, you come back down to soft. And then moderately soft at the end. You get softer and slow down. See the RIT, R-I-T, retardando, slow down. Yeah, alright. So you do it and get it all working with the fingers. It's a good one to do without pedal, so you hear everything. You always learn a piece without pedal anyway. And then they're telling you to go ahead and add pedal. I think that messes it up. But okay, they added pedal, so let's talk that. Feel free to experiment with pedal on this. They're showing a pedal for each line pretty much, because a lot of times we'll pedal according to the harmony. And when the harmony changes or the chords change, we'll change the pedal with that. That's one of the things we do with pedal. There's exceptions to that, but it's like they're just pedaling with the harmony. And I'm going to push the note down first and then the pedal. I'm going to hold up. With the hand at the end of the measure, because it's the end of a phrase, and then in the next line I'll push it down after I play the note. Again. So you're pedaling along with that. Or maybe you pedal with each phrase, pedal with each measure. So when you lift up the right hand, the pedal comes up with it. it's another way of doing it. You have to experiment and see what you like. I like it without pedal. You see, it's a very clean, a very dry. Maybe you don't want it that dry. You want the overtones. You want the in that case, you gotta have pedal. But you're gonna change it every time you change the chord. Then at the end, of course, the pedal and the hands come up together. Now there is a suggestion on the page where you could play the hands higher to make it sound more like a music box. So instead of here, you just go up here. You just pretend middle C goes up an octave. We've been doing it through the whole book. And you play it all up here. So forth, that's fine. Experiment with playing it and play around with it. I'd like to play this with you very slowly to double check our notes. The rhythm shouldn't be a problem. It's all eighth notes and occasional quarter note or half note, whatever. So I'll give us 4 counts. 1, 2, ready, and go, and.